Hey guys, today I'm doing another book review, and today's book review is on The Good Neighbor by A.J. Banner. This story is about two main characters, Johnny and Sarah. So Sarah writes children's books, and Johnny is this dreamy doctor, and he ends up going out of town for a conference, and that's when everything kind of breaks loose. Sarah wakes up in the middle of the night and realizes that the house next door to them is on fire. And they are good friends of theirs, so she rushes outside and calls 911 and tries to find a way inside to help that family. And when she realizes that she can't get to the parents, she quickly turns her attention to this little girl, Mia. So she climbs up the ladder with the help of some of their neighbors and is able to get inside and save Mia. Once she rescues Mia, she then, as she climbs back down, there's this timber that hits over and catches her house on fire. So her and Johnny no longer have this house in this quaint little cul-de-sac and this nice little neighborhood. So their lives are kind of destroyed, and she gets actually knocked out and ends up in the hospital. And that's where Johnny comes back in from his conference. It seems like Sarah is a little bit materialistic and is disappointed that all of their stuff is gone, which, you know, is totally understandable, but she pulls this kind of this big fit about not having anything from their house and that it was their dream home and all of this stuff. So they're set to rebuild their lives, and in the meantime, you would think it would pull a couple closer together as long as, you know, they had each other, but it ends up being the opposite and they're being torn apart. We find out that Johnny's been keeping some secrets from Sarah, and so she's going back and forth trying to piece not only together the mystery of what happened to their house and their neighbors, but also with her marriage. So we do find out that Johnny was having an affair, so the whole book we're, you know, trying to put together who he had cheated on her with and also trying to find the arsonist. I think one thing that was a little bit kind of odd about this book was that all the female characters were extremely pretty, and I'm not sure if that was just supposed to be played off as one of Sarah's insecurities, which I could totally understand, because I don't think everybody in the small town is obviously got to be drop dead gorgeous, but that's how they're made out to be. But I definitely think it added to her insecurity, especially after finding out that Johnny was having an affair. I thought this book was pretty interesting. It didn't have me on the edge of my seat the whole time, but it definitely kept my interest up enough that I wanted to figure out who it was and, you know, get through it just to kind of piece everything together and figure out who did it all. So I do think it was a pretty good book. I would probably give it a 3 out of 5. I also felt like the ending came a little bit abrupt as some of these pieces started to fall into place. I wish that it would have had a little bit more time to explain things a little further, because I think it just kind of pulled everything together really quick and then ended. So it was an abrupt ending. I just wish it would have went on a little bit more. But I definitely think it was a pretty good read, and it was definitely something that if you had watched the book haul we had picked up online and didn't hear much about. So I think it was a pretty great read for a new author. This book really makes you question, too, the people around you and whether you can trust them or not. So it definitely plays with your mind a little bit and trying to figure out who did it, and it ends, you know, kind of turns out being somebody that they actually knew. So it makes you kind of question, you know, the people around you and who you can really trust and not. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little review today. I would definitely love to hear your thoughts if you've ever heard anything about this, or if you're interested in it or not. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Also comment below with what you're reading lately. I'd love to know. I'm always looking for another good recommendation, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye!